These have no business in your leader making stuff with wire, except to cut the wire to length. Number one. All right, so we're making a roughly 12, 13, 14 inch, 140 pound single strand wire leader. We'll start by taking about 2 inches and forming that around these round nose pliers into that kind of shape right there. It's okay that it's off center because the first turn is going to be a complete twist of this loop that straightens everything out. So once I've got it to that point, I'm going to drop on whatever I want on the end. This one's going to get the swivel first around there, and then this first twist is the most important part, that adds a little cushion into the wire. And so it's essentially going to be a full twist, not of the, and you'll see what it did to the wire there. So not a twist, not a wrap of the wire, but a twist of the whole thing. On lighter wire, you want to do 4 or 5 of those. On 125 or greater, you don't need any more than one. And I'm sure somebody will say, no, you need it on every single one, but you don't. Then it's a wrap of the wire, very tight wrap, so you're essentially pushing the wire over the loop previous, and it works its way itself back down. And I'll wrap that about 4 times. Once you get to that 4th wrap, we'll stop there. You end up with this little tag here. I like to use vice grips instead of fingers because I think it works better. But you need to weaken that piece of wire right where it wraps, and then you'll end up with a perfectly flush cut. So what I'll do is go up, down, kind of a back and forth, up, down, and then twist it. And if it breaks within that first couple twists, you end up with no tag end on there. So that if you go to grab that leader for some reason with a fish on it, it's not going to cut your finger wide open. You can repeat the same thing on the other end, and you are done. Okay, so we are tying a fluoro leader. This is the end that's going to get a solid ring and a snap if you prefer, or a split ring, whatever your choice. First, we're going to start by doubling line single time through the solid ring, and then we're going to take this tag and we're going to wrap it 3 times around, and then the tag is going to go back through those 3 loops. Okay, 1.
You can keep talking. I can just edit the your talking.
I don't know if I can talk and while I'm wrapping at the same time. So, all right. So there's the 3 wraps, tag through, and then what I found is easiest to make this knot stack correctly is to essentially turn this into a figure 8. And so it lays down the line like that, and then that gets all of our, the way this knot should stack is 1, 2, 3 loops. And so now that it's essentially figure 8'd on there, it should stack 3 loops. So we're going to wet it, which is gross. Don't fish with other people's leaders because it's got spit all over it. Then I'm going to snug this down part way, get it off my finger, attach it to this little hook right here. We use Dan's hand here for anchor. And then by keeping this tag slightly tight, we're going to snug this knot down nice and smooth. Give one last tug on this tag, 1 pull here, and we're done. Nice, pretty knot. A little bit of a tag. If you choose, you could crimp that, but there's no need to crimp it. It's not going anywhere. Not going anywhere.
Is there a name for that knot?
It is essentially a nail knot.
Oh.